A rebel who went searching for treasures in his soul, fishing for gold. I found a key to unlock the door to my mind's gate, hidden with some hieroglyphs. Told me about my future and my past, and that I should get till I work it and get up off my ass. I'm on the path to move the masses to spiritual tactics. So masters, you bastards, spread it through classes. Live your life.
The veil has lifted the energy, shit that my indigos get that we different. Off the loose, so we tripping, the plasma we sipping. Now the dimensions are dripping. Unless you are different, you won't know the difference, or make a difference, you slipping. You're chasing this chicken, decoding the digits, you know that I stay on my pivot. Your body's the shell, your spirit's the snail, so why are you chasing your tail? They got you so pale, what is that smell? Chemtrails, what you inhale? I feel like evil Knievel. I'ma build we a cathedral for all of my people, so how that they cannot reach you. Power to the people, we are equal. All this evil, let us see that they cannot reach you. You are ascended, no more pretending. Work up a spinning, now the stars are bending. Conscious extending all your comprehension, and not to mention release all the tension. They want us divided cause they know united, we will override it. Fifth dimension, we gon' overnight it. Light the flame, baby, let's ignite it. So they can't hide it, nah, they can't hide the light. We blow up like dynamite. Had to kill the old me, cause I ain't want the kind of life. Nah, thought I
wake up, it's the indigo clutch. Wake up, 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 it's the indigo clutch. Wake up, 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 it's the indigo clutch. Wake up, 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 it's the indigo clutch. It's the indigo clutch. Wake up, wake up.
Elevate the masses, gotta find your passion. This our conscious flow, reppin' indigo. Know we free to glow, do this lyrical vision. Your goals form a path to proceed. Growing up, I was different. Outcast in the streets always had me a purpose to speak to the weak. Just believed in myself and my spirit prevailed. Said I found my way. Now they all say I'm their protege when they quote the name.
Grand Rising
they shine in the world, we
and
combining
Grand
and
Day.
introverted, so I kept my distance. Got love for you when we in the building. Yeah, see a lead, know that's conscious living. Ain't with the light, then we cannot kick it now. All part of my manifestation. Told myself life is amazing.
Wholeness, balance, love. Thank you all for tapping in. And welcome. Welcome to another Rising with Ra. Kicking off this week on this Monday. And for this week on Rising with Ra, we are going to be stepping into Norse Viking mythology. Last week we did ancient Egyptian mythology, and this week we're going to be exploring the Norse Viking mythology. And a couple of the Norse gods and goddesses that you're familiar with are Odin, Thor, Loki, Freya, and there's some others out there that I will briefly touch on and give you the description of when we slide into the second half of this Rising with Ra space. As we do our chakra activation of the day. And our chakra that we are focusing on is going to be the heart chakra. So a little bit later on, after I go through the Norse Viking gods and goddesses, you'll have the opportunity to choose and select which one or multiple you would like to call in the energy of to help assist you in cleansing and activating your heart chakra today. And then throughout the week, we will be connecting with these same Norse mythology gods and goddesses And we will be going through the higher heart chakra on Wednesday and the throat chakra on Friday. Hydration check for everybody out there. Make sure you're drinking nice clean water. And yes, clean water. That is clean water. And before I begin our collective card reading for today and tomorrow, I just want to remind everybody that the Sacred Light community in private online on Discord is open and available to you, and it's $10 a month, and you'll be getting access to conscious community worldwide, being able to share and have conversations in a collective community space, talk about esoterics, knowledge, self-awareness, self-empowerment, and many other things, as well as network yourself, share your projects, share your art, and share your gifts with the community. And along with that, we'll be doing community tribe gatherings. We'll be talking about knowledge together. We'll have lectures. We'll do group meditations, group breath play, and other energy healing practices. And there's so much more that will come with it. But those are some of the bases of what comes with being in and a part of the Sacred Kingdom, Sacred Light community. And blessings, blessings. Thank you. And if you guys are interested in being a part of that, just reach out to me and we'll have a sit down, talk about some boundaries and codes, and see if we align to get flown with the community space.
This is a sacred, sober, safe space for those who want to express, learn, and heal. I, Kristen, also known as Holistic_Butterfly, and my partner Marcus, also known as Sacred Light 33, will be present for all sessions. In these sacred containers, we will take part in holding space and facilitating breath play or meditation. In these journeys, we will help you to align your chakras and connect with your higher self. As a beautiful addition, we will receive newly recorded drum music specifically made with the intention for our journeys. This will be lovingly made by a friend, Chuck Wilson. He is a sacred shamanic drum maker and musician. This will take place on the first and third Friday of every month at 7 p.m. EST. To reserve your spot, click the link in bio at holistic_butterfly on Instagram. And if you have any questions, please send an email to Kristen, KRISTEN.Hibbard, HIBBARD @live.ca, with the subject title being Sacred Space Fridays. One love, beautiful souls.
All right, collective card reading for today and tomorrow. So typically I just do a overall general, most whole, most highest message for the collective and support for today. And the first card will be for today, and then the second card will be for tomorrow. All right. So for our collective card reading, our first card, which is for today, is Emotional Freedom. Emotional freedom comes with vulnerability, flowing, and rebalancing. So what I'm hearing is try to pay attention to and take a look at the parts of yourself that you're becoming stagnant and kind of stuck on. And when I say that, I'm talking about emotionally and mentally. And acknowledge how you feel about that stagnant energy or that feeling of stuckness and where it's coming from and what it's tying to. And along with that, try not to judge it and step more into the observer role. The observer role of understanding that you are more than your emotion, you are more than your thoughts. And what you're experiencing is an experience that is reflecting and also being an expression of what you're sensing and going through in the experience. Sometimes we tend to bury things or not speak on our truth because we want to please others, or that we don't want it to be hurtful, or we don't want it to come off a certain way. And it's a delicate process, of course, to be vulnerable and be in a space where the space is being held. And when you can break through those layers of feeling like you're going to be too much, or that there's not more options and more opportunities for you in life if something doesn't work out because of you expressing your truth, we just want to remember that we are abundant. We have many different opportunities, many different connections that we can create throughout our life, and one is not the end of everything, and it is not the end-all be-all for anything in our lives. So when we can understand this, then we can detach and clear the cords of these behaviors that are keeping us limiting and taking our power away from us, such as people pleasing. And the more that we can clear out our emotions, the more that we can clear out our system, clear out stagnant energies, this can help make the streamline of your life force energy flow a lot more cleaner and a lot more fluid. And this can also help shed some layers of density as well. It's like like the energy's trying to flow like this upwards, but there's like all these blocks in the different energy centers. So then it has to flow like that, kind of struggle to break through, maybe go off this way, find a different avenue, go back in the center, all that type of stuff, because there's a lot of blocked up energy throughout your being and system that it's hard for your life force to travel. When that happens, it creates this easy state of depression or anxiety or unworthiness, and just this awareness level of not being in the essence and a reminder of who we are as eternal, abundant, and infinite flowing energy. So just remember how worth it is to express your emotions, express your truth, whether it's through journaling, taking a salt bath, spending time in meditation, prayer, doing a fire,
Okay, well, here we are. Now we're in a tough spot again, Rach. What do you want to do?
being at the water, whatever it is that resonates for you. Just remember the value of releasing what is stored within you. Sometimes we forget just that step of releasing it. Instead, we just think about it and just keep it in our mind and try to think our way through our emotions. So yeah, just a reminder for today, take some space to acknowledge your emotions, acknowledge what you're feeling, and try to find some solutions and some healthy ways to migrate and transcend with your emotions. Maybe even dance a little bit today. Listen to some music. Enjoy the things that will get you flowing. That's our first card for Monday, which is emotional freedom. Our second card, which is going to be for tomorrow on Tuesday, is utopia. Utopia comes with peace, serenity, and paradise. So with this, I'm hearing that this is just a reminder of the state that you're capable of being in, the state that you're able to access, heaven on earth, so to say. It's within your mind, and it is a conscious field of energy that you're able to access at all times. And through this accessing, you're able to also take in codes and energy from that place, that space and time, and consciously migrate it into anchoring into your physical reality. Anything that you can access in your conscious mind, you're also able to anchor in and materialize into your physical reality. Of course, there is a process, there are layers to move through, and there's other things involved as well. But basically, utopia with peace, serenity, and paradise is saying the more you can clear out these emotions that are stagnant, these patterns, and these stuck-like feelings, then you are going to be able to be more stabilized, more grounded, more rooted, more at peace, feeling more in your purpose within your being. And it'll make it a lot easier for you to surrender to your flow, to your purpose, to your existence, without having to question and think about why you're existing or what to do next. And I also hear, what brings you into the state of your own utopia? What brings you into your joyous state? What brings you into your fun and loving state of letting go of the pressure, enjoying life, and just feeling like you can really be your divine self and be happy with yourself? Think about these things and what they are, and maybe consider whether you've done it recently or not, to possibly incorporate doing these things again in your life to help bring some joy and inner fire. So it's up to you on what you want to choose to focus on. It is up to you if you want to take the accountability of clearing out your being, so then you can be in a more peace and inner knowing state of who you are. It is also your choice on the type of life that you would like to have. If you want to have positive things that you really enjoy around you and you want to be involved in those things, then take action. Think about the plans that are needed. And it's up to you to make the choices and take the steps. So just remember that what you're trying to achieve or what you would like to see, especially in this world, begins in your own mini life. Or I shouldn't even say mini life, but in your energy field. It begins in your energy field. And try to bring that into your own life before the whole collective. And then you'll find ways to be able to streamline it and ripple it into the collective. So that's all I really got. And just remember, as we shed these layers and we consciously move through, expressing our emotions and other things, we are essentially also recalibrating our system as well as refining our conscious mind. And when I say refining our conscious mind, I'm saying as in we are releasing what's no longer serving, and then basically only holding on to the things that are serving and leaving space for more to come in. It's a really refreshing feeling when we do take the time to dive within ourselves and really release and let go and clear. It brings a whole new perception and feeling to the being. And if you guys ever need any assistance, you want some holistic services, just reach out to me and I'll gladly serve. So our first card, just for today, is Emotional Freedom. Then our second card for tomorrow is Utopia. What are you going to do to align with these energies? What are you going to do to experience these type of energies? Maybe something to ask yourself. What are you going to do to practice being vulnerable? What are you going to do to practice emotional releasing? Speaking honestly. Clearing out your throat chakra and your heart chakra. And then what are you going to do to be in a space and surrender to the utopia of life that is available to you, which is inner peace, serenity, inner joy, and abundance? What are you going to do to be in those type of things, those energy fields? That is our collective reading for Monday and Tuesday. And this last card came out noticeably a little bit at the end, and it's trust. Trust. Overcoming doubts, insecurities, and patience. Sounds like that's like an anchoring energy for those two readings. And giving us the reminder to develop trust. Trust within ourselves. Trust in the divine that we are all a part of. Trust will be huge. Moving through emotional freedom. Trust will be huge to be in the reality and state of utopia. How much are you willing to trust the divine, the all that is? Even if you're questioning the moment, even if you're questioning what you're going through, can you still trust though, deep down? even if you're questioning things, can you still trust that no matter what happens, no matter the outcome, you are still divinely blessed and you are going to have a beautiful life and continue forward? Can you trust that? And when you trust that, be that, and then embody it and be in it. Can you trust as the emotions are flowing through you? Can you trust while they're in chaos? Can you trust while the emotions are releasing and you're feeling all that euphoria and electrical energy and pain? Can you trust through that? Can you trust with the inner knowing that the healing process takes time, takes effort, it takes feeling? These are all things to think about. Sometimes we think that when we're feeling things or things are building up, that it's too much or it's a bad sign. But sometimes that building up and that focal point of energy is actually showing you that it's right there on the brink, or it's on the edge of releasing and clearing. And that's why we're feeling it the most. So do remember, sometimes we feel things the most when they are at the edge and they are about ready to release and be done for from our energy field. So being able to consciously just mentally push through that and understanding the outcome and what it's for has been a major factor in what's helped me move through my releases, my vulnerability, and self-empowerment. Emotional freedom, utopia, and trust. Wow. And these are all topics that we'll be talking about over time in the Sacred Kingdom community, in private on Discord. We're going to be sitting together having group conversations, group video calls, talking about topics like these. And we're going to go in depth, talk about our own experiences, our strengths, our weaknesses, and different things that we've accumulated over time through these different practices and focuses, such as emotional vulnerability, developing trust, sharpening our intuition, our psychic abilities. We'll talk about the chakras. We'll be talking about forgiveness, boundaries, so many different things that we'll be talking about within the community space. And it's a great place to really build and consciously connect. So if you're interested in that type of space and you don't want to feel like you're alone doing this, reach out. There is a community space for you. Alright, y'all, so that does it for the first half of Rising with Ra. And that's our collective card reading for today and Tuesday. And you guys can watch the replay and catch it on this Instagram, Sacred Light 33, as well as the YouTube channel by tonight, Sacred Light, Healing and Wellness. So we're going to go ahead and navigate into the second half of this live, where we are going to be doing a heart chakra self-Reiki activation that I will guide you through. And along with that, I will read through some of the Norse Viking God and goddesses, and then you can choose and feel free to share which god or goddess you choose to help activate and balance the heart chakra today. So if we may, just go ahead and take a break. Take like a 2-minute break. Grab some water, use the bathroom. Grab some sage, some crystals. Good crystals for the heart chakra: jade, aventurine, amazonite, emerald, rose quartz, regular quartz, moldavite. Yeah, that's a pretty good list. Those are all good for the heart chakra. So feel free to use any of those today. I'm going to be using a nice green jade. And I'm going to go ahead and take this break, and I'll be back in about 2 minutes. And I'm presenting to you my Sacred Light services that are available currently. I am currently offering Reiki, chakra alignment and empowerment, intuitive life guidance, soul origin galactic therapy meditation sessions, as well as sacred oracle readings. These are all services that I'm divinely offering and have available to you any day of the week. You may contact me through my email, which is marcustut23@gmail.com, through Facebook at Crystal Light Robbins, or through Instagram at Sacred Light 33. And if you have any questions, feel free to message me at any of those contacts, and I will give you the best answer I can to help you get clarity upon what could best suit you on your journey. And we can book a session whenever you're ready. Wholeness, balance, love, vibrations. Alright, welcome back everybody. Burn some Palo Santo, cleanse the space, close out the card reading officially. Alright, so for everybody out there, the heart chakra. A little bit about the heart chakra. It is located in the center of the chest. It vibrates at the color green. And it holds the characteristics of compassion, feeling oneness with all, empathy, forgiveness, as well as unconditional love. These are all held in the energy center of the heart chakra. And I'm going to go ahead and read to you a few of the Norse gods and goddesses from their mythology. And feel free to put in the comments which Norse god or goddess you choose for your heart chakra today, knowing what the heart chakra is for. And then we will move into our Reiki. So, number 1, we have Odin, and he is the 3rd chief of Azar, god of wisdom, magic, divination, death, war, and poverty. Next, we have Thor, the god of thunder, lightning, storms, concentration, strength and bravery, fertility, sacred groves and trees, protection of mankind. Loki, the father of lies, god of mischief, magic, fire, serpents, stories, artifice, and deception. Next we have Frigg, goddess of marriage, fertility, family and health, the wife of Odin. Next we have Balder, god of light, peace, spring, forgiveness, and purity. Next we have Tyr, Tyr, keeper of law and justice, the god of war, courage and duels. Next we have Hod, god of winter and darkness. Next we have Frey. Frey is the god of summer, sunshine, rain, prosperity, peace, and happiness. Next we have Freya, the goddess of beauty, love, fertility, gold, war, death, and sorcery. Alright, so there's a few of the Norse gods and goddesses, and feel free to put in the comments which one you choose today to help draw in energy for activating the heart chakra. And today, I'm going to go ahead and choose the goddess I'm going to go ahead and choose the goddess. Oh, it's between two of them. I'm going to go ahead and choose the god Tyr, or Tyr, Tyr. And Tyr is keeper of law and justice, the god of war, courage, and duels. And the reason why I choose that is, number one, keeper of law and justice, just to maintain that balance and centeredness and the truth within the heart. The god of war, courage, and duels. I like that because it's protective, and it's protective of, what's held close, of love and truth. as well as courage being able to step forward and shine the heart and be able to express and be in the heart chakra in this world. So Tyre is my Norse Viking God or goddess that I'm choosing today. All right. So if you may, with your crystal, go ahead and get comfortable. And you can either sit or lay down for this practice. And the heart chakra, located in the center of the chest. Go ahead and take the crystal of your choice that you chose. Place it in your left hand. Cup your fingers together. And take a moment to start to dial in and tap into your internal energy. And just remember that there are energy centers on the palms of your hands where your Reiki energy flows in and out. And then take your left hand with your stone, place it on the center of your chest, right hand over top, and just lightly place your hands on the chest. Don't want to put pressure, you don't want to force anything. And just take a moment. You can either close your eyes or start to focus your conscious mind inward. Start to focus yourself to the center of your chest and just feel without judgment and allow yourself to be feeling your heart chakra and Reiki energy. Allow your shoulders to relax. Try to have your back up straight. And then breathing in through the nose, expanding the body. And then drawing that breath down to the heart chakra. And exhaling out of the mouth. Breathing in. And release. Continue to consciously breathe at the heart center. And as you breathe, I invite you to start visualizing maybe the body or a being or just the energy of the god or goddess that you chose today. Just open yourself up, open your mind. Maybe even tell yourself that I am receiving, or I am open to receiving the healing vibrations from so-and-so, from Thor, from Odin, just speaking it into existence. Now you may repeat this affirmation out loud or inside of your own mind at your own will and choice. I affirm that I am aligning and embodying universal compassion. I'm going to be patient for understanding. And I am going to let go of judgment and assumptions that I project onto myself and others. And I affirm that I am choosing empathy over apathy. And through my empathy, I acknowledge and recall my ability of transmutation for myself and others as one. I affirm that I am ready to let go of any armor, any walls, or any blocks in my heart chakra that are keeping me from being my most authentic self and universal truth and inner peace and knowing of who I am and what I am here for. I am letting go of egoic conditions to play around with love and allowing my love to be unconditional with healthy boundaries. Ashe. Go ahead and gather in a deep breath to the heart chakra. And exhale. Thank you all for receiving that and being a part of that space. Just remember to keep up with your spiritual hygiene. Remember to take care of your own hydration. Remember to take care of your mind. Things that you're choosing to focus on, things that you're choosing to absorb, things that you're allowing people to continuously talk to you about without permission. Remember these things, and remember it's your choice to create your own boundaries and to vocalize what is resonant for you. Just remember. Alright, so that'll do it for Rising with Ra on this Monday. I will be back Wednesday at 11:11 a.m. Eastern as we will navigate into the higher heart chakra, or our chakra of choice. And we will continue on with Norse Viking mythology, God and Goddess Week. And I will see you all on Wednesday, 11:11 a.m. Eastern, for Rising with Ra. You can watch this replay here on Sacred Light 33 or on my YouTube channel, Sacred Light Healing and Wellness. Thank you all for tapping in. Thank you all for the support. Wishing you all a beautiful start to your week. Remember your balance. Remember who you are. Remember the things that are prioritized when it comes to your being and your soul path. And yes, your soul path. Not just your financial and physical path, but your soul path. Reflect on your soul path daily. Not just your physical path, but your soul path. Reflect on that daily. Really see where you're at in the higher scheme of things, rather than just your physical life. Try to take time to scan your being, your mind, your body, emotions. See how they're feeling. See what messages they have. See where it's feeling out of disorder. Self-care, prioritize yourself daily. If you need any assistance, any energy healing practices, meditations, you want to work one-on-one with chakras, let me know. If you want to be a part of the online conscious community I'm hosting on Discord, be a part of our tribe gatherings and events and activities to grow together, reach out. Until then, stay blessed. Remember who you are. Wholeness, balance, love, vibrations.